Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Classroom of the Elite Season 2 episode number 6 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, the whole thing about how Kushida might be the traitor. Ainokoji says this to Horikita, and Horikita and Ainokoji and Kushida kind of come together and they talk about it. Unfortunately, nothing happens. It was just Horikita saying like, "Oh, you you did this." Kushida was like, "No, I didn't." Horikita was like, "All right, fine. Don't do this from here onwards, even if you did it," or something like that. And that was it. And that was too direct, and I feel like that accomplished nothing. But I'm pretty sure Anakoji has some kind of plan on that, which we don't know why he kind of made them talk to each other. Probably it has some kind of a reason for that. Other than that, the festival, kind of the post festival starts. They were pretty doing everything quite well at the beginning, but in the end it starts to kind of go down as soon as both Sudo and Horikita gets targeted. Ryuen just completely just goes against the rules and throws him down and blocks his way and all that. And not only that, Horikita was pushed and by another girl or something happened and they both fell down. Horikita's leg hurt, all that stuff. And yeah, it's not going okay. Not only that, Sudo's actually expecting everyone to do everything better, and just because he wants to show off in front of Horikita, he's just taking out everything on all the other students because they are unable to do it. He even punched Hirata, which kind of made everyone his enemy at that moment. And not only that, Horikita has gone into complete I have to say in a very depressed mood because his brother is there, and his brother probably she felt it, she was dragging her brother down. So what happens in the end is Sudo just goes away. Ainokoji kind of gives Horikita harsh talking and says like, "Oh, just do what you can do, don't be just like this useless, and you can bring Sudo back, go do it." And we get a little bit of a glimpse on what Ainokoji is trying to do. As far as I could understand, he is trying to make them lose so that they can learn the lesson that not to get too cocky, not to get too confident, to stuff like that, to learn to lose. The title itself says to win you have to lose sometimes, something like that. So that's what he's trying to do here. But yeah, and now obviously Horikita falls into Ryuen's trap. Ryuen says that girl who fell down has hurt her leg very badly, blah blah blah. And probably he himself did that. Ryuen is pretty good at that, beating up his own teammates to make them to use them as bargaining chips. He can do that very well. So the main thing here is Horikita needs to give I think 1 million personal points, and not only that, apologize, just kind of lower her head and apologize, stuff like that, she said. And in the end, Horikita and her brother have a little bit of conversation, and that was it. So let's see what happens. I don't know, this can go either way. I feel like they're making Ainokoji's plan is to actually make them lose, but I feel like something's going to happen which is going to make them win. I don't know what, but it's just my guess. I might be completely wrong. Let's see. So this is episode number 6. Yeah, let us begin. So I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Adversity is the first path to truth. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Come on, I cannot. This. I don't know why, but his attitude is really kind of a little bit. God damn. Like, dude, what? Like, he's a good, like, guy. Like, we all know deep down in his heart he's a nice person. But this is just, I don't know. Like, I feel like he's going over his limits now. Like, a little bit of, like, anger is fine, but now he's dragging this too much. I feel like, come on, like, try to understand. Oh, like, I don't know, like, I feel like he needs a rude awakening. Like, he needs to actually fall on his face to actually understand what's going on. Otherwise, he'll keep this attitude, I feel like. And I feel like what Anakoji is doing is exactly that. He's trying to make everyone fall on their face to actually learn the lesson here. And so that they don't repeat the same mistakes in a future event where it'll be more of a, like, big deal. Okay, let's see. This is a team match. Do you understand that? What is wrong with you? Oh my god, stop! You think you're getting respect like this? Is it is it that stupid? You cannot understand? Oh my god. Oh boy. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Hoigata realizes that very well. Well, hmm. Damn. Well, okay. Oh my god. All right. Ooh. Oh boy. Well, god. What? What's happening? Oh wait, there. Oh, these two are actually. Oh. Oh no. Hey, he just ends up. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Oh. Yeah. Oh boy. Exactly. True. And they had like a full plan on how to counteract us. Hmm. To catch you red-handed. Yeah, that as well. Everyone in class D could check the changed form. Huh. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, well, yeah, you as well. There you go. She ends up admitting it. It'll be kind of funny if he had like a recorder on his pocket or something. Oh yeah, that. Wait, I don't understand one thing. Does the fingerprints are still? Can't he just burn the dress or something? You used friend. Yep. Wanted a favor. Whoa. Okay. What? Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah. Like why? It's so funny if he had like a recorder on him. Oh, his back. Yeah. He's honored probably. Hmm. Okay. There you go. I said this in the previous episode. These two. Okay, he said she said that. Okay, she actually said that to him. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Mm. Nope. Yeah, exactly. So seeing Sudo made her realize her own problems. Exactly. Hmm. He's like, what? Interesting. So basically, Ayanokoji told them to, like, talk to each other because each's problem were actually similar to the other one. So seeing each other made them realize their own problems, which is so interesting. Like, people don't look at themselves, but try to look at others. So Ayanokoji did that to these two, so that these two look at each other and realize their own faults, which is a really good way, I have to say. That was really intelligent. All right. Yeah, her leg. Oh my gosh, stop! What? Wait, who the. Why? Oh. Ah! I know. Come on, come on, yes! Yes! Oh god, this will be good. This will be really good. Oh boy. Can't wait to see them interact after that whole heated argument they had, like about expelling the other. Like. Alright. Oh, Manabu's moving. Damn, Sudo's fast. Well, your sister actually made this possible. You know? Yeah, come on. There you go. She's like, what? Okay, come on. Yes! What? Oh! Yo, he's directly challenging him. Okay. Oh boy, this will be good. Yo. He's waiting for Kushida to come. Oh, yeah. Come on. Okay, okay, okay. Oh boy, this will be good. Oh, I really hope Anagoji tries to win. Please don't. Okay. Oh my god, yo! These guys, what? What the? Oh my god. Oh my. Come on, I really hope he wins. Come on. Wait, what? First 2A. Okay, okay, so their class went down, but they won. Okay. Okay. But. I'm pretty sure he lost. Oh no, I. Wait, what? Wait, so someone fell in front of him? Yo. Yep. And she realized, yep, there you go. That was what Anakoji wanted. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, she's talking about the whole class instead of herself. The whole thing with Kushida? Oh no, maybe with Manabu. I don't know. Where did Karizawa suddenly go? Okay, Ruin. Oh, wait. Oh, no, no, this thing, I forgot about it completely. Oh my god. Yeah. Kushida? Oh, shut up. Oh, yeah. Wait, do they know each other? What the? Oh my god. That. Oh. Okay, so. Oh, great. Bringing up Manabu again. Yeah, probably. Hmm. Okay. End up all in. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Wait, they did it deliberately. Wait, really? He probably he beat. Yeah, he did that. He did that. Like, you don't know his special ability? Yep. um why did you say that? Why did you say that now? You should have kept that. You should have kept that to yourself. No. Yeah. Oh. No. Okay, you know what? Let him do that. Let him do that. I'm pretty sure with an investigation, it'll be a lot different. Come on. Don't fall into his trap. Like, you be like, let him do it. Oh, oh. Oh no. Zaina Koji. Hey, is this Kushida's voice? Is this Kushida's? Did he actually record it? You can go home. Is it Kushida's voice? Come on, play it. No. Wait, when did he record this? Yo, it's Kushida's face. Wait, when did he... What? Oh, a bug or something. No, wait. They had a betrayer within them. Yeah, run. Oh boy. Well, okay, so first of all, I thought the recording that we were going to hear was Kushida, you know, talking with Ayano. I thought he recorded that and was probably going to send that. No, he has even a better recording. That would have been, you probably could have maneuvered with that, like, you know, recording. They could have just, like, you know, do something else, say something like, oh, this is, you know, like, I didn't mean it like that, just like how they were going to maneuver against this one. So they could have done that with the one conversation that Kushida had with Ayano as well, I feel like. But this one, it actually has the perfect, like, you know, the perfect bits. It has the perfect bits into it. The time when he actually tells his whole plan and directly tells, like, you know, that he'll blackmail them and stuff like that, that was been recorded. So I wonder when he did that. I'm pretty sure that's Ayano or I don't know. Like, okay, first of all, one thing that he says is like, within our class someone is a traitor. So is there someone who's working for Ayano in his class? If that's the case, then yeah, I can see them getting the opportunity to record this and send it to Ayano and Ayano probably sent it to Ryuen or something like that. He did. If not, if this was Ayano who recorded this, then when did he do this? Probably, I don't know, sometimes he probably snuck out or something. But yeah, there's a few questions that arise from here, you know, like the thing that Ryuen says, is there really a traitor in their class as well? Or is he just misunderstanding the thing? Because, you know, maybe Ayano did this and he's misunderstanding and he's thinking like, oh, it's probably someone within my class who has done this and who is a traitor. But it's not someone within his class, it's just Ayano and he is not even, like, you know, thinking about it. So I wonder. Now, obviously, for Ryuen, I feel like there's a big chance that he'll get to, like, you know, be suspicious of Ayano because I'm pretty sure Kushida is suspicious of him. If Kushida says something about Ayano to Ryuen will probably put his sights on Ayano next and keep an eye on him. So I wonder if that's going to happen, or maybe Kushida will not tell about Ayano Koji and his suspicions, her suspicions about him, keep quiet, and Ruin will keep doing his own thing. You know what? I feel like the better thing to do here for Kushida is not to disclose about Ayano Koji, because like Ayano Koji is like a trump card for her as well. Like if she like I'm pretty sure she's pretty suspicious of Ayano Koji, and she knows that, and she doesn't. She also knows that Ruben doesn't suspect Ayano Koji, or maybe he does suspect, but he doesn't bring it out. But for now, Ayano Koji is under the radar for Ruben. So if she actually brings that topic, tells that to Ruben, that's going to make him more alert on Ayano Koji, and it'll and I feel like Kushida won't do this, because think about it, Kushida and Ruben are not actually working together. Kushida also plans on taking down Ruben in the future as well, because he's the only one who would know about this whole scenario of her trying to blackmail Horikita. And like she said, any person who gets to know about her hidden side, he'll take them out. So Ayano Koji, Horikita, and Ruben in the future as well. That's what she said. So as long as she and Ruben, are not working together, and she's trying to bring Ruben down in the future as well, she will not actually disclose Ayano Koji's the suspicion she has on Ayano Koji to Ruben, because Ayano Koji is also like something that can bring Ruben down, and Kushida can use him to do that. Like, this is like a weird thing going on, like Kushida is I would say is enemy with Kushida's animosity is against Horikita, Ayano Koji, Ruben. And Ayano Koji's animosity is probably with Kushida and Ruben. So Kushida, if she brings and for Ruben, his animosity is only towards Horikita and Kushida as well at certain amount. So Ayano Koji is like the trump card here, if you think of it, for Kushida, because if someday she realizes that she cannot bring down Ruben on his own, she might try to pit both against each other, and try to manipulate the situation to make it as if these two go against each other and take each other out. So bringing out Ayano Koji's name here would be a disadvantage for her. I don't know, like, this is just what I think. So she might or might not bring out Ayano Koji's name here. I think she will probably not. But either way, all right, a lot of things kind of came out in this episode today, a lot of things. First of all, the first section was obviously Horikita talking with Sudo. And here's the thing, he talks about how he wants to, Sudo talks about how he wants to show everyone how he, he's better than everyone. And kind of tries to gain back the respect that he that they don't give him, stuff like that he's talking about. And this type of a whole, this type of situation, like I said in the beginning, I know he doesn't mean harm. Sudo's like this, hot-headed, is a little bit slow to understand what the hell is going on. And he's very strong, he's very athletic, that's where he shines. Other than that, it takes a while for you to get make him understand something, and he wouldn't be able to big brain situations he'll be very bad at. So this type of a thing, he's just so straightforward and just looks and has such a tunnel vision that he thinks to gain my reputation, to gain my respect or something, I need to teach everyone how I'm better than everyone. And to do that, we need to win this match. Now, to win this match, I'm giving my 100%. But these people, they're holding me back. So yeah, let me just punch Hirata, because I'm getting pissed off. Let me just not cooperate them with them at all, because they're slowing me down. Let me just lash out at them and just go away and actually not turn up for the future things, for the future sports events that's going to happen. This is the way he's thinking. He's so tunnel vision, he has such a tunnel vision, and he has such he's just like that. I'm pretty sure that's what went through his mind. His hot-headedness and everything made him like that. But like if you look at the situation from as a spectator, it is a very annoying situation. Like like seeing him act like this, like everyone's losing. He's not the only one here. And no one's trying to, everyone's trying their best to win. And just because you're better at something doesn't mean everyone will be, and you are just lashing out at them, doing this. Like, first of all, you're like, his whole reason for going and doing this whole sports competition in itself is very selfish, because he wants himself to shine. So all of those reasons included, like the first section was, I was so annoyed at him. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like there's a limit to it, and I feel like he's actually crossing all the limits at this point. And I really got really pissed off at Sudo at this moment. And thankfully Horikita was able to get through to him by the end of it. And yeah, like which is good. And like I said, he's a nice guy. But his problem is he's just too, he just looks at this world in a very just like in a very what can I say, like clear-cut manner. Like either something's good or something's bad. That's the way he looks at the world. He isn't able to his tunnel vision, everything. It makes a very problematic situation to actually get through to him. It's a very difficult job. And that's basically it. And yeah, so obviously, like, while he was saying all of that, he's like, no, I'm not going to participate from here onwards. And Horikita's like, all right, you do you. I'll be here. I'll keep standing here, and you need to come and participate in the future events as well. Unless until you do that, I'll be here. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, just goes away using the elevator. And while all of this was happening, Kushida and Ayanokoji, they were like talking. And here Ayanokoji brings up the whole fact of, oh, you are the one, aren't you? You're the one who leaked it. And like Kushida comes up with a lot of excuses. She's like, oh, I was oh, Ayanokoji says like, I saw it. I saw you taking pictures of it. And she's like, oh, maybe I took picture of it because I was going to forget about it. And she also brings up the point that, okay, if let's just say I am the one who did it, why did you, even after knowing that, not let everyone know? And Ayanokoji is like, because that wouldn't change the fact that there is a traitor in here, like, and that, wait, you know what, let me read this part. Okay, he says it would be pointless as long as the traitor was someone in class D, they'd find a way to leak it. There you go. That he said that. And then Kushida brings up another point. She's like, all right, then don't say anything up until the last point. And when the last point comes in, tell everyone, change the roster, and then and there just submit it. So obviously the traitor won't be able to do anything. For this, she says, just a sec, wait a minute. Oh, she said like, oh, okay, you didn't do that probably because if you do that, everyone will be confused. I think that's what you said. Okay, of course, that would raise a lot of confusion. Yeah, and the fact that you cannot even prove it, that she's the one who did it, is another thing. Like, if you don't have enough proof, no one would believe you or something like that. And yeah, like that type of a thing. And just a sec. Oh, now Ayanokoji does something here. Ayanokoji is like, all right, you know what, enough is enough, let me just ask Ms. Chawashira. So if she was there, she pretty much knows everything, and I can probably catch you red-handed at that. And Kushida's like, all right, you got me, I was the one who did it, but you won't say anything because I have your fingerprints. Now here's one thing that I really don't understand. Okay, you know what, I guess maybe the fingerprints are still there, But I don't know. I feel like if you like, if you wash the clothes and something, like, wouldn't the fingerprints go away little by little? Even if it doesn't go away all at the same time, if you like, multiple times, if you wash it and if you keep wearing it, and if a lot of other people like, say touches the same place, or if you put your hands on the same place, like other fingerprints and everything, and like, wouldn't it slowly fade away? Okay, even if I accept the fact that you cannot do that, can't he just burn it off? Just burn the thing, you know? And since you can actually buy anything in the school, can't you just use the personal points and go to Mr. Abashir and say something like, oh, like, like, I don't know, like, something happened to it, and I lost it or something, and then you can be like, I want to buy another one. Can't you do that? I feel like that, like, this is like a uniform. I'm pretty sure this is replaceable, like, and if you say that, oh, I lost it, they won't be able to bring it back or track it down, because you have burnt it completely. It's gone. Like, no proof, nothing is left. So there you go. You cannot prove that you're lying because the thing doesn't even exist. So can't you do that here? Like, I feel like there are multiple ways in which you can actually, like, take the fingerprint away and kind of do something about the fingerprint. But I don't know why Aino is not doing that and letting her blackmail him still. Now, maybe this is also part of Aino plan. Maybe he knows that he can do something about it, but he's not doing it deliberately because he wants Kushida to keep blackmailing him because he has some other plans or something. I don't know. But I don't know. This is one thing that I've always found weird. That why doesn't he like just burn the thing off? Like the uniform. Why doesn't he do that? Or why doesn't he do something else? Like or like is a fingerprint really that wouldn't it go away? Let me know. Because I genuinely don't understand why why this is actually a thing still. Like the whole fingerprint. It happened in season 1. Why is this still a viable method to blackmail him? I don't understand that. And yeah, but either way, like, he's like, yeah, I just wanted to confirm it. I have no other plans now. And now here he okay okay, now here he also talks about how okay, you know what, let me read this part. He talks about the whole VIP thing, and then he says you wanted a favor for him in exchange. A favor from him? You mean you know what I'd want so badly that I'd betray the class to get it? I imagine it's the same thing you asked from me once before. Yeah, Horikita's expulsion, that thing. So basically what she did is, like, she said that I'm going to cooperate with you, Ryu, and I'll be the traitor, but you'll have to help me to get Horikita out of here. So that's what happened, I'm guessing, and that's what she's trying to do. Now obviously Ainokoji is like, so to get Horikita expelled, you can actually put, throw the whole class under the bus, even if you want to get successfully go to that goal and see that happening. Even if you have to throw the whole class under the bus, you'll do that if Horikita gets expelled. So that's what you're what you want. And she's like, yeah, and which shows that there is some kind of a connection between Horikita and Kushida. At that moment we didn't still know what that was, but later on we get to know they knew each other from middle school or something. But other than that, at that moment nobody while I was watching it, I was like, why is she doing this? Like, what even, why does she hate Horikita so much? So okay, now and obviously she, in the end, while all of this was happening, Sudo comes out of the elevator, and he and Horikita has a conversation again, while Kushida, in the end, she's like, okay, you know what, up until now the only person who I wanted to expel was Horikita, but yeah, another person got in recently. It's you, Koji. She's like, I'm going to work with everyone and go to A class, and I won't do that unless and until you and Horikita are out of here. And I love the fact here that she's just so confident at the point that she's just cocky. And I just can't wait to see the day when in front of her face, she'll realize how much she has messed up. And I can't wait to see the day when Anakuji actually rubs it in her face and shows her that how much of a big mistake she has done actually making him her enemy. And I can't wait. I just can't wait to say. I really hope the payoff is good, because oh boy, it's a great feeling, like whenever some characters in an anime, they talk big and everything, and they're like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, like, in front of the main character, they're like, oh, like, like I'm such a great person, like I can do anything, I'll do this, you'll be out of here, something like that they do. And in the end, you see the whole tables turn in front of their face, and the way their face falls completely, and they realize how much of a clown they were up until now, how much of a fool they would have been, and how much they have messed up, oh boy, that's a great feeling. And yeah, like I really hope that happens here, and like not in a discreet way. I want to see it happen, like, face to face. I want to see both her and Anakuji in front of each other, looking face to face, and actually see that happen. And I want to see her, how she reacts after realizing how much she has messed up and how much, like, it's a complete, like, like a goner. Now now here's one thing, up until now, I just thought that, oh, maybe Kushida has something, going on, maybe some past something, and there is a past probably which she and Horikita has, but I really cannot see something that happened between her and Horikita being so bad that she's actually just trying to just destroy her life. As I cannot see that happening. Or maybe that something happened that Horikita herself doesn't realize, which probably affected her too much. I don't know, like, if she has like an actual sad backstory or something, or she's just like this. So so I cannot say much, but up until now I had the feeling that maybe she is doing this for a reason or something, like I in one of the previous episodes I also said something like, oh, maybe Ryuen has some kind of a dirt on her or something, that's why she's been blackmailed to do this. I also said that, like, I had like like a little bit of faith in Kushida. This episode kind of took that away from me, and I'm like, probably not, I don't know. And it just seems that she has this one-sided grudge against Horikita, which I don't know what the hell it is. It better be something really serious, otherwise I'll lose my mind. I seriously, like, it better be something really serious that happened between her and Horikita, which is the reason why she's doing all of this. If it's some kind of, I don't know, like some kind of egotistical crap, like, like, oh, like, like you destroyed my reputation in my school, I hate you, rah, and like, I'll destroy your life. If it's something like that, I'll really lose my mind, but I really hope it's something very serious, which is the reason why she's just going against Horikita so much. But we'll see about that. But this episode really, like, my, like, whatever little hope I had for Kushida kind of went down completely. And I feel like, yeah, I still have a little bit hope. I still feel like maybe the whole thing that happened between Horikita and Kushida is probably something serious, which Horikita herself doesn't realize, but Kushida's pretty pissed off about it. I still have a little bit hope on that, but we'll see, we'll see about that. But whatever happened between them, what she's trying to do now is obviously not something she should do. But like I said, I'll judge it later on. After getting the whole picture, then I'll try to judge who is in the right and who's in the wrong, but not now. I don't have the full picture in my, like, like, I don't have the full picture in front of me. So yeah. But other than that, currently my, like, impression on Kushida kind of went down a little bit in this episode. But yeah, we'll see. Now, next we get to the next part where Horikita and Sudo, they have a conversation again, and Horikita says, like, you know what, I stood and I realized what is wrong with you and what is wrong with me here. And she talks about her brother and how his brother is so good, and Sudo's like, you're also good, and she's like, no, like, even though I'm good, he's miles better than me, and I always try to follow him and try to get it. Now here's one thing I feel like that Horikita is doing wrong. She's actually trying to chase her brother's shadow, which is something that I don't think she should do, like maybe she's good at something else which his brother is not good at, just there's they're different people, like different people have different talents, different good things that they're good at. Manabu is good at a few things, like these type of an athletic, academic, these type of things maybe he's good at. Horikita's trying to chase that and be his equal, which is all well and good, but I feel like that's the wrong way she's doing it. She should actually stop and try to find a thing that she actually enjoys and she wants to do and she can excel at, and she should try to find her own talent and surpass Manabu in that department or something. I feel like that's the correct way in doing this. And the whole thing with Manabu as well, I feel like Manabu also probably wants that. Like I said this in the previous episode as well, like it seems like Manabu has this type of a thing where he expects a lot from Horikita and Horikita is not providing that, so he's disappointed in her. But what I think is Manabu just wants Horikita to find her own way and excel at something that she herself can be happy with, and something like that, and he just isn't able to express it properly or something. But I don't know, maybe it's just me, because I thought of one thing about Kushida as well, and turns out I'm probably wrong. I had a little bit of hope in Kushida, so turns out I was completely wrong at that. So maybe this will also I'll be proven wrong by the end. Like maybe Manabu really is just like how Horikita is describing him to be, and how we as audience are seeing him. So we'll see. But I have hope in Manabu a little bit, and we'll see. Anyways, she talks about that, and she says that, and Sudo, and she says that after watching you, I realized that I was doing the same thing. I was trying to make the just be the best, without even looking in my surroundings, and I just didn't care if the class won, failed. At least if I won, I didn't care about anything. And now I can see that's the wrong way to go for this. And after seeing you, I realized that. And Sudo also says what, okay, I also understand after watching you. I also here we go. He says, how come your words hit so hard all of a sudden? Now I have to say, good job, Ayano. What he did here actually, here's the thing, people are not able to understand their own mistakes, unless and until someone points it to them. If you're able to actually realize your own mistakes, that's very impressive. I have to say, you deserve a round of applause if you are able to actually realize your own mistake and work again, work for it and actually better yourself. That's impressive, really. Unfortunately, most of the time that doesn't happen. You need someone else to point your mistakes for you, and if you're able to actually calm down and listen to them and take their advice, you yourself will realize then, And what Ayano did here is exactly that. Since both Horikita and Sudo, they have a similar problem, he didn't let them try to understand their own problems. He let them judge each other to actually understand their own problems. He could have actually said, just told Sudo or Horikita themselves about their own problems and let them figure out, their own problems. He could have done that, but he did not do that. He made these two interact with each other so that these two looks at them, the other person, realizes their mistake, and it actually strikes them that, what, this is a similar situation to me. So maybe I'm also doing the same mistake. That's what happened here. Horikita, seeing Sudo, realized his mistake, where it struck her that, oh, I'm doing the same thing, so I'm also at fault here. And Sudo also did the same thing. Sudo saw Horikita, and after Horikita told him her perspective on this whole situation, he realized that, and he's like, how come your words hit so hard all of a sudden? And he also realized his own mistake watching Horikita. So great job, Ayano. I was not expecting that. The reason why he did that is so clear now. Why he made Horikita and Sudo talk to each other and solve each other's problems, which would automatically solve their own problems. And there you go. And they're like, all right, you know what? Now I'll help you out. And Horikita was like, I'll also help you out in turn. So they go back. Sudo apologizes to everyone, and there you go. I feel like it worked out pretty well. Now Horikita, leg has been hurt, so she cannot do it. Kushida became the replacement for her, and I'm like, why? And then later on, there's that guy who was like, oh, I also twisted my leg. So Anakoji was like, all right, I'm going to go replace you. Now I do wonder, if this guy didn't opt out, how would Anakoji go in, participate in the race? So did Anakoji say something to him? Say something like, oh, I don't know, maybe not. I don't think he's going to do that. I was going to say, did he tell this guy that, oh, you know what, you act as if you have broken your leg, and opt out, I'll do it, or something like that. I don't think he did that. So I'm wondering, what would he have done if this guy actually did not hurt his leg? How would he get in the match? Because his whole interaction with Manabu wouldn't happen otherwise. I don't know. Anyways, maybe this is not part of his plan. Maybe this was just like a wild card that suddenly came in, and he grabbed that opportunity to actually have a conversation with Manabu. Maybe that. Who knows? But yeah. Now, I was like, yeah, this is good. Up until now, Kushida just smack talked him up until now, and we'll see. Kushida will see how he's messing with the wrong person here. And not only that, Manabu was also there. I'm like, okay, this is really good. We'll see, him versus Manabu in a way. Now, the whole race starts, and they're winning, losing. Wait, just a minute. Okay, while all of this was happening, what's interesting about this? They're on the same team, so I didn't realize this up until now. They're on the same team, so if either of them won, it wouldn't matter. Because their team would win by the end of it. Their class would not win, obviously, but their team would win. So this is like a win-win situation if you think about it. Now, I love the fact that they talk, Ayanokaji is talking with Manabu, and Manabu is like, okay, where's that part? Okay, here we go. He actually challenges him directly. He says, if that's what you want, I could be convinced to indulge you with a. Oh no, wait! Before this, I need to talk about something. You see that part when they were losing, and Manabu says like, oh, I thought your class was gone completely, so it's good to see that they're back. And he's like, oh, you know what, who did this? Your sister. And yeah, and Manabu says like, oh, wait, let me go to that part. It was your sister who changed it. He says like, I see. And that's just it. So like I said, I don't know, I still get the vibe that Manabu, the way Horikita is envisioning Manabu to be, Manabu's not actually like that. Manabu actually wants the best for her. It's just a weird way he shows his concern. So again, I still feel that deeply, but we'll see. Look at that later on. I'm sure I'll get my answers if I'm correct or not. But okay, now after that, Ayanokaji says like, our stream will become stronger, and he's like, I have no interest in hypothetical features. And Ayanokaji is like, are you interested in learning what kind of a person I am? Okay, he's like, what? If that's what you want, I could be convinced to indulge you with a race. And there you go, he directly challenges him. Now, here's one thing I should see here. Kushida grabs the baton, she starts running. Okay, we can see there's a few red team, a few white team. Manabu's just looking at Ayanokaji, just waiting. Okay, two red team comes in. One of them goes ahead, the other girl hands it to Manabu, and Manabu's just standing because he's waiting for Ayanokaji to start running, and he's not running. He's standing there. A lot of white teams have also went ahead. Okay, so I don't know if Kushida actually, that was her full strength in running, or was she actually trying to sabotage this thing? I don't know. But Kushida came in pretty late, you know. But yeah, like I'm not, like at this point I actually mistrust her so much now. You know, like I feel like everything she's doing probably has an agenda or something. Now, anyways, so he gets it and starts running, and obviously, like the way they run, like I'm like, what is happening here? Like what? Like everyone's just running, and they're just like zooming past them, and it's crazy. Now, in the end, I see that Anakoji says something like, "I'll accelerate even more," and that's where everything, like the whole scene cuts down. I don't understand here one thing. They lost. Like they're okay. You know what? Let me read the team roster. Okay, total team red 9724 points, team white 9643 points. There you go, red team won. You know, like that was what we wanted. You know, like as a collective group, we wanted to win. So yeah. Now first is 2A, 1936. Okay. Second is 3A. Third is 3B. Fourth is 1B. Fifth is 2D. Sixth is 2B, 1C. Eighth is 3D, 1A. Ninth is 1A. Oh no, 1A. Sorry, that's 1A. Wait, just a second. Which class is Manabu in? Is he in 2A or 3A? He's in 3A, isn't he? He's a student council, so I think he's in 3A. Let me know. Wait a minute. 2A came first? Damn. Okay. Okay, now our class is 1D, isn't it? Yeah, so we're the 12th, dead last. On top of us is 2C. Wait, where is 1C? 7th. 1C is 7th. Okay. 1A. 1A is 9th. Ah, okay. Alright, okay, I can see what's happened. So Manabu's team came in second. So the team that came first was 2A. Is 2A the class where that girl is? That white-haired girl, I forgot her name. Is that her class? Or is she also in the third year? Okay, I'm pretty sure I'll get to know in the future, but yeah. Anyways, so there you go. Like the team won, which is what we wanted. The class is dead last. But yeah, like since the personal points will go away from each and every one of them, it's fine. Okay, where is that part? Hirata says here that pretty much all of the classes lost some points, so it's a wash in a way. Oh, okay, that's what he's saying. All right, so he's like, yeah, like either way, like everyone lost something, so it's fine. Our team won. And I love how Karusa was like, good job. And Anuko's like, others were just slow. And he says like, I couldn't beat the president in India. Now here's one thing. I think Anukuji could have beaten the president. Now I thought maybe he like didn't give it his all, but what Karuzawa is saying here is like, what do you expect? The guy running in front of you fell. So wait, so I'm guessing there was still a little bit like relay left. So the person who came after him fell down or something. Is that what happened? That's why they lost, or something like that. So that means Anakoji gave it his all, but just because the person who was in front of him fell, they lost. Okay. Now, and everyone's like just so happy. Suda's like, oh, you're a hell of a runner. It's great, everyone's just so happy. And the first thing that Horikita does is like comes and punches him. And I really don't understand if if it really hurt him or not, because it's his face has the most emotions I can see here. After he gets punched by Horikita, the way he actually shows pain in his face, and I thought he would be still stoic completely, you know, because like maybe he was already, he saw that coming, he already saw that punch coming, so he had his abs all rock hard, so that, oh no, he cannot do that, otherwise Horikita will realize that he's athletic. So he probably kept it his abs were probably just normal, he kept it normal because he needed to act the part. So maybe that's why he got actually hurt here, and that's why his face, like I said, I feel like his face shows the maximum emotion here. Up until now, and all that I've seen of him, this is the part where his face is the maximum, like shows the maximum emotion. Look at his face when he gets punched by Horikita. He's like, ah. Oh. Now, okay, one thing I don't understand here. Horikita starts talking to him. Kaisawa just looks at them in a weird way, stands up, runs out of the class. What? What was that about? Oh no, wait, did he not, or was she probably in the class? She just stood up and just went away. Oh, I realized why she did that. I was like, why did she do that? She probably did not want Horikita to realize that, he and Anukoji has a deal. Or something like that. That's why she probably tried to go away from there. Yeah, because of the deal that she and Anukoji has. She probably didn't want Horikita to realize that. Okay, now here obviously Horikita says, like, I've learned a lot. I've learned from my failure, and like and I love how she says, like, this class will become strong, and Anukoji is like, oh, that seems pretty different from what you proclaimed at the beginning. Up until now she was all like, I'm going to be the winner, I'm going to go to S class, all that stuff he said. But now she's like, our class will go, and Anukoji is like, yeah. Now after that, Horikita is like, okay, I have something to do, and okay, so now for a moment I actually forgot what I was like, okay, where is she going? Like, is she going to talk to Manabu or something like that? Like, no, like, what thing that, or maybe about Kushida. I was thinking of all of that, and then I've remembered that the whole thing with Ruin is still not resolved. So yeah, like, Ruin is there, Kushida is there, and I don't know why, but like the whole Ruin's, like, like Kushida's plan is so sloppy. I feel like it's just like Kushida's just standing in front beside Ruin. And Horikita, like, that's a big giveaway that she is working together with Ruin. And I'm like, she doesn't even care about whether Horikita, it probably is like that, she probably doesn't even care. She's like, even if Horikita gets to know that I'm working with Ruin, it doesn't matter, like, something like that. She was probably, that's why she was just standing beside Ruin. Like, that's such a big, like, hint that she is a traitor. She's just standing beside Ruin over there, just waiting there from the beginning. But either way, the first thing that Horikita does is like, oh, Kushida, and I know what you're doing here. Like, you're the, like, like the like the traitor, blah blah blah, all that stuff he says. And obviously she feigns ignorance. She's like, oh, who told you that? Hirata-kun? Maybe Anukoji-kun? And she's like, you know what, I actually realized who you are. And she says, I just remembered there was someone like you at my middle school, and that's why everything changed. Her face, like, it's like she's smiling. And yeah, I was kind of a mob problem child, huh? And if you've put that all together, I imagine you know what I'm really after. And obviously, like, the whole expulsion thing comes in. He's like, yeah, you want to drive me out of the school. He's like, but that also has a lot of risk involved. And Kushida's like, however, if you ever tell anyone about me, that's, I'll really apply the thumb screw. She brings up the brother again, like how I'll make it problematic, for your big brother as well. And obviously that's the biggest weakness that Horikita has. She doesn't want her brother to get involved because of her problems. Now Okay, now where is that? I still wonder what type of thing they had. Like I said, this better be something really serious. Otherwise, all that Kushida is doing to Horikita, like if it's like because of some kind of a petty reason, like some kind of a selfish reason on her, side. Yeah, that will be the day that I lose all hope for Kushida, because I still have a little bit of a hope for her. I still think like maybe she could be she redeemed by the end of it, because animes do that, but yeah, if this is actually some really petty reason why she's doing all of this, yeah, that'll be it. But we'll see, we'll have to wait. But I feel like it's actually some kind of a petty reason. I don't know why, because Kushida also talks about how she was a problem child, so I feel like that's another hint to us to probably Horikita did something that she probably doesn't even realize, which became an inconvenience for her, and that's why she's doing all of this now. Now she just directly says like, I'll expel you, and not only you, like anyone who becomes a thorn in my side, I'll take them out. And Ryuen is like, oh, maybe you're also going to do that to me or something. And she's like, yeah, like if such a situation arises, I will, and now Horikita's like, all right, like Horikita brings out everything, like, and asks Ryuen what he actually did. And he says like, I had Kikyo sent me all the class D's participation rosters, and I arranged the matchups. There you go, the whole thing he says over there, like what he did and all that. Now here's one thing. She says like, oh, there's also luck involved in it, wasn't it? And he's like, luck? What luck? She says like, the fact that I was taken out of the running through injury, and Kinoshita-san tripped and was badly injured, neither could have been done intentionally. Now here's the thing, I'm like, what are you saying? Don't you realize Ryuen probably himself told Kinoshita to just bump into you and fall down, and if the injury was not deep enough, Ryuen probably hit her or something and made that injury, because we've seen that before, like we've seen that before. Ryuen does that. So I'm like, doesn't she realize that's what happened? Now Ryuen says like, you really think Kinoshita's injury was luck? Question mark. And she's like, you mean? And he says, it's true that she fell, but a fall like that usually wouldn't hurt you that bad. There you go. So I had her pretend to be in pain and took her out of the sports festival, and he just kicks like one of those things, and he says like this. So there you go. So basically I'm guessing he's like hinting that he probably hurt her and kicked her, like did something. Otherwise we saw like in behind the blanket, her leg was pretty swollen. That was an actual injury. So he did that, and Horikita realizes that, and obviously, and oh, maybe Horikita also knew that was what he did, and she just act ignorant, because she wanted to get that in the recorder. That's probably what happened. I'm pretty sure Horikita realized what he did, but she just acted ignorant so that she tells that on his own and it gets recorded or something like that. Now like, this is the thing, another thing that also is so weird, like she shows that, here we go, I've recorded the whole thing. I'm going to bring this up to the everyone and all that, and you'll be your identity, everything will come out. What Ryuen says here is so weird, and I'm like, what? Okay, here we go. Horikita says, I'll fight back with this as a proof. Ryuen says, what an entertaining woman you are. I told you at the start that was all hypothetical. I was indulging your little fantasy. What? What type of an excuse is that? These are the sections that I'm like, what is happening? Like, we have concrete proof, and if Ryuen says something like, oh, I was just this is just a little joke, a little prank, I was just indulging in your little fantasy, this never happened. If he just says that, who will believe that? That's like, what? Unless and until the teachers are corrupt, Who will believe that? Like, I don't understand. Now, okay, Horikita says like, I can erase the part where you say that it's fantasy. And he's like, oh, I also recorded it, you know? And like, this is so unusual. Like, I realize he said that, yeah, this is all a hypothetical scenario, and it gives out all these things. So isn't that suspicious in itself? That, so what, you know, like if you actually like admit to your, like, you know, like things that you've done wrong, but before doing that, if you just say that, oh, this is just a hypothetical scenario, you know, will that not count as evidence? I don't understand that. Like, just maybe he was lying, you know, like that whole hypothetical situation could be a big fat lie. So like his reason for that not being counted as proof is so weird that I'm actually confused. Like, and he himself recorded himself, so his recorder also has the same thing in it. Obviously he can edit it, but you know, like, so this is one thing that's so confusing. I'm like, how can that work? Like, if you just say that it's hypothetical scenario, and everything that you said after that, will that all be negated just because you said it's hypothetical? Like, I don't think it works like that. But either way, he says that, and I'm pretty sure he was probably bluffing at the same time. Like, you know, he said that, and he's like, oh, like, you know, your brother is going to get involved in this and all that. And we know Horikita, and Horikita, that's why she backed down at that moment. Because maybe that was also a bluff on his part. Maybe he also called her bluff, you know, to put pressure on her and showed her that, oh, I also have a recording on me, so you cannot erase those parts. I can show, you know, another evidence. And that's probably when Rohikita realized that, yeah, this is going nowhere, and my brother will probably get involved in this. Maybe that's what he did. Maybe that's what he did. So yeah, either way, you know, Rohikita was like, all right, I'm going to apologize, you know, like, and as soon as he says that, someone messages him. Someone messages him like an audio thing, and after listening to it, she starts laughing. I love the way Kushita's face just falls here. Kushita's face is completely fallen, completely. She's like, huh? And okay, the recording says that the whole section where he told that person, that girl, that if you want to entrap and crush Horikita Susan from... Oh no, wait. Oh, this was probably his conversation with Kushida. Okay, yeah, that's that conversation. If you want to entrap and crush Horikita Suzune from Class D, I'll give you a plan. There you go, that's him talking to Kushida. Okay, raise Suzune in the obstacle course and crash into her. Oh no, wait. Oh no, this is the other girl, I think. The one who fell down. Because I don't think... Did Kushida actually bump into her? I don't think so. Oh boy, the face that Kushida makes here is so funny. Do whatever it takes to take her to the ground. After that, I'll injure you and blackmail... Okay, there you go. No, that's not Kushida. That was not a conversation he was having with Kushida. That's the other girl. The girl who got injured. There you go. He just directly tells her that, yeah, I'll injure you and I'll blackmail them. And Kushida's like, what in the world? Now here he says, looks like we had a traitor too. I don't know about this part. He doesn't realize that Anokoji is, like, you know, like that intelligent and that capable. So he says that there's probably a traitor within them. Maybe there is a traitor, maybe not, or maybe Anokoji did all of this. If there is actually a traitor within their class, that'll be interesting. No? So we'll have to wait. Your betrayal, you've been, like, you know, yeah, your betrayal, all of it was anticipated in advance. He tells this to Kushida. Someone who would prepare a recording like this wouldn't make themselves known easily. And he just like, all right, this is over for now, Suzune. You know, like, I'll go away. And I love how Kushida just starts running away. She was probably just like, oh my god, you know what, let me just run away. I'll probably get slapped if Horikita realizes that there's no problem anymore. Like, she should probably just slap or punch me or something, and she just runs away. Oh boy, but yeah, that's where it ends. Good episode, like really good episode. We saw a lot of like developments and all, and it was interesting to see the whole thing. There's a few things that questions that kind of popped up here, whether there's actually a traitor in Class C or something. That's one thing that comes up, and there's that question about what is the whole beef between Kushida and Horikita. Horikita herself probably doesn't realize what she did to her, but Kushida has like a big animosity towards her. Now this is where, like I said, this better be something really serious. Otherwise, all that Kushida did up until now would be will be completely selfish on her part. And because usually we see anime character like this who are misunderstood at the beginning, who we see who are are doing something bad, but in the end they get redeemed. Basically, that's what happens. That's why I have a little hope in Kushida still. But if this reasoning behind why she is doing this to Horikita is something very petty, then yeah, that'll go away, and I'll be like, yeah, Kushida's trash. I'll be like that then. But unless and until the whole picture is in front of me, I wouldn't judge them. But yeah, anyways, so there you go. That was it. That was. I feel like the animation improved in this episode. I feel like a little bit. It was a lot better, and I loved seeing Aino Koji and Manabu just racing. That was really fun. And like I said, I would love to see Kushida's defeat in front of Aino Koji, face to face. I enjoyed myself so much when in the end, when Kushida realized what happened and her face completely fell at that moment. The face she was making was priceless, and I'm like, oh, this is good. I want more of that, and hopefully we get that in the future when Aino Koji completely just annihilates all her plans, and she realizes that she cannot do anything. She's fallen into a trap or something. Can't wait to see what she does at that moment, and can't wait to see the expression on her face on that moment. Hopefully we get that in the future. But there you go. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Classroom of the Elite. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.